Epic.
Are we live yet?
You're like a little kid. Are we there yet?
No,
That was exactly my point.
Oh gosh.
You love me.
I do.
Aw, you two are the cutest couple. Seriously.
Hey, Kriz, would you mind tweeting out again?
I'm working on it.
Danke.
She is always on top of things. That Kriz is efficient.
For some reason, it just always works when she does it. When I try to do it,
No one listens.
It doesn't make sense. Oh, why is my phone buzzing? Oh, that's why. Because you... Twitter...
Oh, hi.
I wonder, do you think I'm going to do a hat trick and crit fail my initiative a third time? First initiative, 1. Second initiative, I roll another 1. I bet I'm going to do it a third time.
I shall do... Go to the dice rolls and... Oh. Alright.
Yeah, I should really go to Twitter more.
You should.
Because I just logged in to tweet this out and I had 99 plus notifications.
What the... Huh?
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time you logged into Twitter?
Ago.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't keep track of stuff like that.
Stuffy.
So, who wants to recap?
Always the one asking.
I recapped yesterday. Fenris, you do it.
You want me to recap? I offered yesterday, but not. Okay. From what I remember of yesterday's episode, my memory is kind of terrible. We managed to get Rosalia out of a bit of a pinch where she got shrunk down and had her best friend's head thrown at her.
As you
after
do.
After a daring rescue, I might add, where I received the assistance of an alternate Midnight after the ULE Midnight managed to take out 2 enemy portals, although there was friendly fire when Lupiner decided to fire a big gun. Sigh. But for whatever reason, the people in the engines didn't realize they were drifting towards an enemy portal. So when they entered the portal backside first, the ship is now, from what I can tell, the engine portion of the ULE Midnight is now stuck in an enemy portal, which reality works very different from ours, which means the engine doesn't work. Midnight is currently at the back of the ship attempting to fix the problem. As far as Nightfall's character is concerned, he just wet himself after receiving quite the intimidation check from a glowing lava monster. And Green Script, well, he disintegrated one of the creatures and the other one is currently glaring at him. The one that just glared at Nightfall. And that is as much as I remember. Stuff happened.
Also, Nightfall attacked that creature.
Yeah, and took it down to about half health.
Yep.
Ah, yes.
It has 6
my
health
memory's
points.
terrible.
It has 6 health points left, and its fist is stuck in the flooring because it missed you when it tried to counterattack. It missed you quite spectacularly, I might. What else did?
Silver Ring got teleported all over the place.
Yes.
Ah, yes, including into Garius's,
Office.
into his
Bedroom.
office, because he
He's
doesn't
very
have a
much
bedroom. He
not
kind of
now.
just passes out wherever he happens to be after he overworks himself. Yeah, Garius makes some ungarious decision after he tried to recruit Silver Ring, but Silver Ring refused. And despite apparently being bored all the time, he's been given several opportunities to alleviate his boredom, and he's refused every single one of them. Do you want to work on board my ship where we're going to be assaulting stuff? No. Do you want to join our boarding team? No. You're now in a fighter in the middle of battle. Do you want to alleviate your need to kill people there? No, I'm flying back to the ULE Midnight. Some people are just never pleased.
So we can't forget that 2 episodes ago he blew up a battleship with amazing persuasion throws.
And afterwards he came straight back to Midnight going, I'm bored again. Can I go kill something? 3
Basically.
options to kill people later. He's going back thinking, I'm still bored, but killing people isn't alleviating my boredom. Can you do something to alleviate my boredom for me?
The interesting
I
part
can't wait to
is
see what happens.
throughout the entirety of yesterday's episode, Silvering, you did not take the steak off of your head.
I
No,
gave it
actually,
to
Gummy
Gummy.
ate it.
Hmm?
I
Yeah,
gave
yeah,
it to
you
Gummy.
Remember?
Right, you gave it to Gummy. But only when he wanted it.
And for some unknown reason, Pinkie Pie shoved the box of muffins in my hooves before I got teleported away again.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a friendly pony.
It's Pinkie
So
Pie.
very
Don't
much-
question it.
Let's just say, had you stayed any longer, she might have thrown you a welcome party.
Oh my god. Technically, my OC lives in Ponyville already, but doesn't matter right now.
Then a welcome back party.
Okay.
Hey,
That's
Or a
free.
thank you party.
Pinky doesn't need a lot of reason to throw a party. We all know that.
Alright, don't question Pinkie Pie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's better
People
not
keep
to.
forgetting that for some reason.
Even Twilight learned that lesson.
And it's
They
Twilight.
never learn.
Anyhow, guys, roll for initiative.
I bet you I crit fail again.
Shall we
I'm pretty
switch?
sure you're going to start this time.
I have a feeling you are right.
I
This
didn't
is the
roll a
third.
1.
This is the third session in a row I've rolled a 9 for initiative. I want to die.
No, don't die. It's
For
not.
the highlight of
Um,
this game, I didn't roll a 1 this time.
Rosalia,
Good for you.
Nightfall, and Midnight. You 3 please re-roll, because all 3 of you have a 9.
Oh. Ah!
Mm,
Wait, is it
It's just
script
the
in me?
initiate.
mm-hmm.
I think I have to do it again because I also have a 13.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, come on.
Now you and I have to re-roll.
Can I
Can't you
have
just
this luck later and not now, please?
Oh,
just
you need
since
me to
Visual
re-roll,
rolled it
'cause I
first,
think
he goes
someone
first
rolled
of
a
you two.
30.
Okay. Then Silver Ring is second.
Yes.
Uh, da- da- uh,
Then me, I think.
Da.
yeah, then you. Then Nightfall, as if I'm not mistaken.
Why do
Me
I
and
just
Nightfall
keep
both have a
consistently getting
13.
put in the middle of the
Do you want me as
Then-
Nightfall to re-roll?
Because sometimes the safest place is in the middle of the crowd.
True.
I'd rather be at the beginning or the end, so I have... If I want to, if I need to go get something, I can just go get it and not worry about missing my turn.
Okay, shall we put you at the very end?
If you insist.
I don't really care, honestly. It is what it is.
Okay, who am I
Let's see.
missing? Rosalia.
Yes,
Who's
I
on
was
your
number 4. I rolled a 4. So, yay.
What's the order?
VisualPony, Silver Ring, Midnight, Nightfall, Fenris, and Rosalia.
Alright.
So I begin. Oh joy. So I'm standing there, looking at Nightfall, who is standing right in front of the thing that just scared him so badly that he wet himself. Shrug and attempt to assist him by also blasting that thing. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm just gonna go start digging Nightfall's grave right now. I hope you don't mind.
We are in space. There are no places you can dig the grave.
Nightfall,
There's the open void of space.
I need you to roll magical defense.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go start digging his grave right now. Hope you don't mind. And come up with a justification for Sparrow to be here.
Ooh. Okay.
Or maybe I'll get to implement the mechanical rot curse sooner than I thought I would.
Okay. Do I want to know?
I'm mapping out the effects right now.
Okay. So. Okay, my friend. I just need a calculator. Real quick.
That's concerning.
Dun, dun, dun.
Why did my software close it?
It's offline. It's
Oh,
back
we're
on.
back. Stream
I
resumed.
see adverts.
For some reason, sorry guys, everyone. For everyone, I don't know for how long this was offline right now because for some reason my streaming software went. I don't understand this, quite honest with you. However, for everyone who has not, for everyone, just in case it didn't go through, I just tried to shoot the monster Nightfall was fighting, and I failed quite bad, and it had hit Nightfall.
I'm still alive, unfortunately, but
I then use my first action to move over to Nightfall and give him moral support. Come on, dude, it's just a flesh wound. It's not so bad. The medics will fix you up.
oh yeah, it's not like, oh, I don't know, I lost my hand because of my own stupidity, and now you're tearing chunks out of my body. My body is already collapsing, okay? I'm gonna die very shortly, presumably from that thing. So, Thanks.
That thing, while we are talking, actually uses its second hand to try and pull its other hand out of the floor. And I use my second action to pat Nightfall on the head and be like, come on, it isn't that bad. You kid, are you?
Admittedly, it's not as painful as having a railgun round shoved through my leg, but it still hurts.
Come on, it's just your wing.
Like I said, it's not the worst thing I've felt, but it still definitely hurts. Yeah, that would make sense.
Anyhow, it's now Silver Ring's turn.
Okay, the last thing I remember is that I was on a fighter and I was on my way back to the Midnight ship.
Yes.
Okay,
You
I
have
fly to
basically,
the hangar and land in the hangar.
you have basically now arrived. Yeah.
Okay. I get out of the fighter and go to the bridge.
Seriously. Okay. So you arrive at the bridge. Is
I
Lupina.
go to Lupina.
Okay. Don't do what I think you're going to do.
Hey, I
I thought he was
told you
going to die
yesterday.
first.
What are you attempting to do?
Slapping her.
Oh, you're actually doing it.
Does that count as attack or as action?
That counts as an attack. Okay, now I have to bring up her character sheet. One moment.
Well, I guess we can all say goodbye to Silver Ring then.
Yeah,
Rest
we'll
in
see.
peace. Or pieces, depending on her mood.
Stage.
I'd say roll a brawl check.
What do I need?
You need a 19. And I mean a 19
Just to hit her? Or to actually do damage?
just to hit her.
I have so many questions. Is she just gonna, like, slide out of the way if he doesn't get a 19?
Oh my god.
Oh.
She's the god
Okay,
of
where's
war.
your character sheet? Oh, that's your ability sheet. Okay. So, you do not manage to hit her. Instead, she just moves her head to the side, raises an eyebrow at you, and says, "Raise it again and I'll bite your head off."
Can I bribe you with muffins? Not even Pinky's muffins?
No.
You, Midnight?
I'm not there.
Oh.
Wait. Where are you?
I'm in front of the.
Right, you're in the back of the ship, right. Okay. What do you want to do with your 2 actions? Because right now Lupina is being very generous to you.
I just give her the box of muffins anyway and go to my room.
She just stands there with a box of muffins in her paws and is like, what is his problem?
You don't want to know that.
And you arrive
When
in
did
your
you not
room.
swear?
You arrive in your room. And if I read your message from yesterday correctly, you will proceed to snuggle your Starlight plush.
Yes.
Okay. Then now it is Midnight's turn.
Well,
Midnight
okay.
is still standing.
With a torch in front of the thing.
Torch. I would call it flashlight. But
I would also, because I'm a filthy American.
What is a torch then to you?
It's a stick with fire on it.
yeah.
Which kind of makes sense in the context of this, but it also kind of doesn't.
I know what you mean there. Fair enough. Nope, it's a flashlight. / torch / English is British and right. Anyway, oh, I'm gonna anger so many people with that. Oh well. First thing I want to do is call Lupina an updater. Lupina?
Yes.
Yeah, we might have a problem. Something has, I'm pretty sure, killed everyone on the other side of this portal. I went through and there is, all I smell is blood. And everything is completely dark through there. There's no electricity whatsoever.
That doesn't sound good.
No, and it gets worse because I heard something slithering.
Slithering.
Is that right? Did I hear slithering or did I hear hissing? I can't remember. Yeah, okay. Slithering,
This is getting
yeah.
very H.P. Lovecraft.
Anyway. Yeah, so we'll need security at very least down here to make sure nothing comes through the portals. While I go in, hopefully with maybe an engineer to maybe bring back the ship's power on that side. And also more security.
For a moment, you only hear out of the speaker of your radio. Sorry, did you say something?
Send some security down here. Some to go into the back of the ship with me, and some to guard the portal. Oh, and make sure there's someone who can fix the engines if I can't, because you know me, I'm no engineer. And also, what the hell are you eating?
Muffins.
Who gave you muffins?
That strange unicorn that I keep teleporting around the place.
Of course. Okay, well, please do what I ask. Unless you have a better idea.
No problem. They are on their way.
Thank you, and please don't get us killed while I'm away.
No promises.
Yeah. Alright, I'm waiting for... Alright, over and out. Okay, now are the people here yet?
Several minutes pass, and you are greeted by 10 wolves in security guarding, also wearing power armor. Is the power armor that says security on the side. And one wolf who is kind of smaller than the rest, with a hard hat on her head, and looking kind of lost.
Midnight suddenly has a thought, and turns to one of the security ponies. Those aren't, well, anything to do... Those don't use magic, do they?
He extends one of his paws and pushes a button. Small battery-like object comes out of the power armor.
Of course, ma'am. They're using medical energy cells. Why are you asking?
This could be interesting. Well, on that side, magic seems to be near impossible, if impossible, to use. So, we might have a problem.
So you
What?
mean the ones that you want to take with you through the portal should do so without power armor?
Thinking for a second. Love, would the armor not work? Or would it?
Not telling you.
Oh, damn it, please!
Telling you.
Midnight thinks for a moment. I'd rather if you did. Anything looks around. Is there anything I could just take with me for a second in there and see if it works? That runs on magic?
He hands over the energy cells that he just took out of his power armor.
Takes it and pokes my head through the portal with it in my hand, in my paw.
You take 2 damage as the thing blows up in your face.
Midnight comes back and looks at him. Yeah, no power armor. I hope you're ready because the thing's there, or anyone on that side seems to be dead already.
How many of us do you need?
Things would have come through already if they thought. So
Ma'am, just saying, this is only one of 4 corridors connecting this part of the ship to the rear end. Do not know what happened in the other corridor.
fair enough. Damn it. Oh, wait. Okay. Two go to each. Two of you go to the. We'll split up into teams of 2. 2 of you with me, as well as the engineer. The others guard the hallways, and if there's anything comes through other than me or us, kill it.
Understood.
And they start splitting up, while the 2 who accompany you give each other a very worried look or shrugging out of their power armor. And the little engineer hides behind one of the soldiers.
Oh. How many actions have I used?
2.
Oh, so I only have an attack. Or another action. Am I right? Alright then. Puts a paw on the engineer. It'll be okay. Don't worry. All we need you to do is get the engines up and running.
He looks up at you with puppy dog eyes. Do I have to go?
If I thought I could... I don't know anything about this ship. You do. The sooner we get out of here, the better.
And she slumps.
Okay. My turn over. I hope I did the right thing here.
Now it is Nightfall's turn.
I feel like normally, if it was anything else other than an arcane blast, that VP's attack probably would have caused me to just keel over bleeding to death.
You have 2 items in your inventory that can actually restore you.
I
to
know.
full
I do
health.
have the healing potions. I also have the other thing,
Mhm.
which
That-
may or may not be named.
What do you think it is?
I mean, I would assume by the fact that it's a pen-like object that buzzes. Does it light up when it buzzes?
Yes.
I know what it is then. I know for absolutely sure what it is then. The question is it gonna work on the ghoul? Or do we have a name for that I can refer to it by? Other than like a fire ghoul?
Genetic construct.
Oh, very fancy. Okay, so the question is, will the thing work on the genetic construct? Because I seem to recall that it did do something like that at one time, but I could be wrong. Okay, so one action I'm gonna drink one of the potions.
Restoring you to full health.
Alright, so I want to attack with my crossbow again.
Okay. Magic check. The 15.
1d20. Nope, that's capitalized. 1d20. Heck.
You don't have much luck with your rolls today, have you?
I could still be dead, so
So seeing as you only come up to 8,
let me guess, it ends up shooting me. Or Scripts.
you end up shooting Script's hat off his head.
Stop shooting each other!
Hey, he's the GM here. I can't hold responsibility for anything he chooses to read.
And the spectral arrow impacts in the wall, pinning my head there. Going like doing. And I just look at the hat and I'm like, really, dude?
I just kind of raise my hands. Hey,
Since when do you have hands?
you know what? Touche.
Minor details.
What the fuck?
My thoughts exactly.
Please don't tell me that's what I'm fighting.
I mean, I can imagine it.
Anyway,
You were saying?
All
The
right.
what? Is that like a mind wiper or something?
Mind Flayer?
Yeah, that's the name.
So, what were you saying, Nightfall?
How close am I to the genetic constructs?
1 meter away.
Okay. Because I was gonna frantically stab it in the ankles.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. I'm gonna frantically stab it in the ankles.
It doesn't have ankles.
You know what? Okay,
Does have ankles.
fetlocks, whatever the pony equivalent to an ankle is.
Pastern.
Okay, I don't know my horse.
Anatomy.
The anatomy.
Yeah, I don't know my
Okay.
horse anatomy.
Go ahead and do a brawl check.
The
You
one
need
thing.
10.
Okay, that's gonna be. Yeah, I was gonna say that's gonna be pretty easy then.
Yeah. And I don't even have to check your character sheet to see that you hit.
Yay!
Because 10, you can't miss unless you crit fail. Or roll a 2.
Yeah, basically anything over a 3 is fine.
No, you'd need a 5 minimum. Actually.
And
Anyhow.
one of my stats must not have been updated. Whatever, doesn't matter.
Anyhow. You stab it in its pastern, ankle or whatever. Oh god damn it. And it keels over.
Timber.
Timber!
Maybe I made a bad choice making him a technomancer. Maybe I should have made him a thief or an assassin.
You need to go on a life trip.
We could change your class.
Nah,
You just need.
I'm fine
you
with the
ju-
technomancer.
We'll put you into a genetic modification pod. You'll come out as a clone of Gummy.
Even better, we find Suku and send him on a life-changing journey. For anyone who got that reference, thank you.
Anyhow. I think that's your turn, right?
Yeah, that ends my turn.
Okay, Garius.
Okay, where is Midnight compared to me? And I don't mean our lovely purple princess. I mean the one that you call Snow. The
Kill
one
him.
who has an ear missing.
Snow is basically right next to you.
And remember, you're still
'cause-
attached to the ship and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently in the Yggdrasil.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
I basically, because I think the last thing I said to her was regarding her name, that she prefers to be called Midnight. And I said I'm going to say to her, if you prefer to be called Midnight, I can always call the other one Miss Midnight to distinguish the two of you. I don't see why you should change your name just because she holds seniority in this hierarchy. Would that be okay?
I suppose so.
Because I don't see a reason why people should call you something that isn't your name. The galaxy has so many people in it that have the same names that it's ridiculous to ask people to change their names on a whim. At least that's how I see it. So, Midnight, what do you think we should do? I'm quite content keeping the ship safe from the Barbara character. What do you think we should do?
Right now, undock and get the hell out of here. Then, whatever weapons this ship has, aim them at this ship's engine core and open fire.
Question: Does Rosalia still have people inside that other ship?
No.
No, they were all eaten by Barbara.
I really don't like Barbara. Okay.
I don't even know if the ship's conventional weapons could damage the mist. If what you said, Visual, is true, I think that ship would be impervious to anything a support ship can throw at it.
Basically, yes. So you must also
Okay,
imagine that the mist is already pretty badly damaged, and that there are places where the hull plating is just gone.
I'm going to say this, Midnight, if you can assist me, I would like to try and target the ship's reactor with magic. If you can help me, maybe we can find and destroy the reactor, use its own systems to destroy it. It'd be far better to destroy it from the inside than from the outside. Could you assist me in finding and destroying it? Because there's no guarantee that attacking it with this ship would do anything.
Holds up her little leg computer, and you yourself hear a little beep on whatever electronic device you use for data storage.
Looks at it.
And you see a complete blueprint of the mist. Downloaded that while I was over there.
Well, aren't you full of surprises? If you're ever looking for employment, I'm always looking for exceptional individuals. Now, I point to where the fuel is kept. There should be a place where they store fuel and munitions. Because usually you'd keep all of that flammable stuff in a protected portion of the ship. So I point to that room and go, if we can detonate that room, I think the entire ship should go out in one go.
Raises hand and going a little bit meta here. This ship does not run on conventional fuel.
Okay.
It has...
I assumed every ship had something.
It has an antimatter fusion drive.
I'm sure that would blow up if we destroyed it.
Yeah, most likely.
Antimatter is quite vulnerable. It's quite volatile, I should say.
I know.
Yeah, it would probably
So we'll
cause
just
this entire
blast
section
that
of the
apart.
universe to collapse.
Not quite. Only using a few.
I say to Rosalia, I think you should disengage and put some distance between us and that ship. When that fusion reactor goes up, it's going to take a lot of area with it.
Okie dokie.
If I can delay my action, and basically, can I delay my action so that when Rosalia, during her turn, moves the ship away, when we're at a safe distance, I'll basically attack the reactor with Midnight's help.
Yes, you can.
Then I shall delay that action, and my only other action I'd do would be to, I imagine, actually that's a point, is Morphus still in the same room?
He's passed out. Same as Ivory Mist.
Is he in the same room? Okay, I'd like to magically check his vitals and energy levels if I can.
Hey, let me put up your character sheet.
Because I don't know what abilities I have, because I'm, one of the 5, but I don't think there's an ability sheet for it. I just have the numbers.
Where? There. I will need you to get a 17 in your score.
I think all spells come from intelligence, isn't it?
It does, but in this regard, since you want to check him, you need an investigation.
Oh, okay. So let's see. I fail.
You screamed there.
What?
At least I got rid of that 4, so that when I do something, actually important, I don't get as bad a roll.
So you extend your magic towards Morphus, trying to find out how badly he is hurt. But all you can find out is that he is.
Okay. Then I'm basically going to, like I said, withhold my action, preparing to assault the reactor. I'm basically locking onto it and just waiting.
Okay. So, then it is Rosalia's turn.
Well, as far as I remember from last time, she was mainly focusing on her brother and her uncle as they was passed out and badly hurt. But after hearing what
Yes.
Garius, thank you, I don't know how to pronounce it all the time. Garius said she gives the command to one of her next commanders. Next.
Second in command.
My second in command to as quickly as possible, ready to escape. What's it called? Sequence? No.
To
Plan?
make an emergency start and get to escape velocity.
Yeah, and make sure that the branches know what's going to happen, so they can reattach to other ships if necessary.
All right. Once again, you hear the scream of bursting metal.
What is it with you nearly breaking your ship?
I don't know. Maybe I watched too much Doctor Who.
You know, you should maybe just disengage the docking clamps before you do an emergency start, but okay.
Did Midnight do the same thing in one episode? Okay, let's leave the dock.
Basically, I think
Crank
so.
and groan. Oh no, I think that was Rosalia again when she
Oh,
was
yes,
deploying
yes.
the Idrisil for the first time. So that's
Yeah.
the second time she's forgot to disengage the clamps. One day she'll learn.
Are you sure?
At least it's consistent.
And you hear a shout of, "What's ahead?" from back where the airlock is.
Oh yeah! Barbara was still in there!
As your ship accelerates.
Karma!
Rosalia is very happy about that.
Yes. Me
That's
please.
it.
You just shot Barbara into space.
Yay!
You
I
know,
did something good.
Maybe when we blow the ship up, she'll go with it. That's speaking of blowing the ship up.
Oh boy.
Quick question, is Barbara really dead?
No.
I'm not telling.
No.
I know this. No, she is not. She is like an annoying case of
Pimples?
acne. It keeps coming back.
Yeah.
She may be disorientated though. We might still get her with the area of effect.
Okay, I need you, Garius,
Yep.
to roll a magic check, and I will roll for Midnight.
I got a 10 plus whatever bonus I get.
So, that is 22. Together. And together you need a 35.
Crap.
That makes... Wait, where are you? Garius. Yeah, you succeed.
Yes.
You overload the fusion reactor. And as the Yggdrasil is nearing its escape velocity, all of you are slightly shook as the mist goes up in flames behind you. Oh, and the Yggdrasil starts rolling slightly.
Holds on to something, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's something Yggdrasil would be aware of would happen, so they make preparations in case that happens. So anybody who would be in the medic hall or something, they would be safe. But everybody else is like, wee!
Extends my wings so that I've got hold of both walls.
You're not in a tiny room, my friend.
I'm in a hallway from what I can tell.
Yes, you are in a hallway.
Big hallway?
Yeah, and Snow is basically just digging her claws into the deck.
And my wingspan, tip to tip, is about 4 meters, 2 meters per wing. So hopefully I can reach both sides of the hallway.
You can. You actually have trouble extending your wings to full size.
I know. So long as they're pressed against each side so that I'm, slightly cushioned, it's fine.
Ooh, the ninja sent super stuffy.
Thankies. We are doing fine, Ninja. Hope you're doing fine as well.
I'm finally famous.
So, you still have an attack and an action left, Rosalia. So you can convert the attack into an action.
I know the branches are mainly covering for the main ship to get away. So I guess they're already doing what they're supposed to do. Yeah, we are on our way to get away, and yeah, I guess she is telepathically connecting with her papa, her mama, and Lupina to tell that we have brother and Morphus. We are what is it would mean words today? We're getting away, and and the stupid Barbara is blown off to space because accidentally I did something good. Yay!
by basically damaging your own ship.
Yeah, but that's breadcrumbs.
For the second time.
Although you may potentially have saved her life since she wasn't inside a pressurized environment when it blew up. So she might have survived.
Why do you got to ruin everything for me, Lunar?
It's what I do best. I'm a DM. We're our own brand.
You're not the DM right now. Don't do that job now.
Not of this roleplay, but all DMs are alike. All DMs know this.
Okay, so anything Midnight wants to say?
Good.
Okay.
Get out. Good. Just good.
Crypt sends his regards and tells you to take care of your uncle and your brother.
I will.
As Lupina just
Food.
keeps munching on the muffins.
You're making me hungry.
Ditto.
I just
Luckily
ate.
for me, I have actual muffins in front of me, so.
Okay, then I guess it's my turn. Rat. I look at Nightfall. Then look at the pretty damaged door. And the destroyed access panel right next to it. mind lending a hand? Or hoof?
You know what? It would be my pleasure, since this is my field of expertise after all.
Alright. Roll a skill check.
I don't even know what this would require. I guess intelligence?
Scholarship.
Okay, that kind of makes sense. What do I need to roll?
You need a 14 overall. That was
Impressive.
very on the spot.
Hey, I just take what the dice gives me.
Unless it's a critical fail, right?
Well, I'll still take it because I can't do anything about it.
Okay, so you go to work on the access panel as I cover your back. And a few seconds later, this thing beeps and the door slides open. And I poke my head inside and have to notice that there's no one there. And I use action because I'm using my attack as an action here to see if I can't find out what happened here. Good rat. I should have put more points into investigation. I will need a 15, guys. I will tell all of you that before I press enter to roll. Okay.
That's respectable.
19. That's good. So I analyze the blood splatters and the traces of magic left in the air and determine that Elysium has left this vessel.
Where would she go?
We'll find out soon enough. She is, however, no longer on board.
She's just chilling outside in the vacuum of space.
Also, what I can determine from the evidence that is presented to me is that she was not forced to leave.
That's good.
It is. Which concludes my turn. It's Silver Ring's turn.
Before I do anything, I can't just simply rescue Barbara, can't I?
Why in the wild, wild world would you want to rescue Barbara? He's
Okay.
bad.
I'm going to give you the chance. Because as a good DM, I basically never say no. You want to do something? I allow it. So you want to rescue Barbara?
Yes.
Cheat. I need you to roll a magic check. And you need a total score. Your roll. Magic thing. 22.
What do I have?
4. You manage that. I
That
will.
seems rather low for a unicorn. I don't know why.
Hey, you need that higher score because you are a unicorn. And you're not a sorcerer. So technically, you wouldn't even have the skill required. I'm allowing it.
I really, really pray that this is gonna happen. Oh my god.
Close. So close. I'm kind of glad that I didn't say 20.
You're mean.
However, you focus all of your magical energy into your horn to target Barbara. Teleport her.
Whose bedroom is she gonna land?
Midnight will so hate you.
Doesn't she already?
Not just her. If a lot of our characters find out about this, you might need to roll a new character.
Barbara appears on the bridge of the Yggdrasil.
Oh, crap.
Right on top of happy Rosalia.
No. I haven't even got rid of the tiny figure. Ah. Well, first instinct when something lands on her is to bite it. So, yay. Shall I roll for an attack?
First, let's see what Silver Ring does next.
I have a question. How does he even know that Barbara's there or know anything about Barbara?
I agree.
I have a few magical senses explains it.
No, I was gonna say I saw through the window since I was in my room.
It's too
Your
far
room's on the
away.
external of the ship. Yeah, and there's an entire battle between you two. Line of sight would be, well, considering the distance as well, would you even be able to see that far with unicorn eyesight?
Let's just say he overheard someone talking about Barbara. And he wanted to... If we were playing with alignments like in D&D, you would be chaotic evil. Or chaotic neutral. Or chaotic neutral, actually.
I'd say evil.
Anyhow, guys, I will be right back. In the meantime, Silver Ring, decide what you will do with your remaining action and
I already got something, but I doubt it will work.
What?
I already got something, but I really doubt it will gonna work.
Go ahead.
Mhm.
Simply just fly to the ship where she land.
You want to take a fighter and make your way to the Yggdrasil.
Yes.
Okay. I'll allow it. You go on board a fighter and make your way towards the speeding Yggdrasil. However,
good luck catching up.
This will take you 2 turns.
Come on,
That's
man.
interesting.
It's going very fast.
You are,
I might be
you
proud
are
to say.
literally on the other side of the battle. And the only ship you can use is a fighter. They are very fast.
Fine.
And her ship is going with sublight. Now I'm going to pee.
Dear.
Speaking about going
Rosalia,
somewhere,
what is your character doing? Because you're not on Garius' good side at the moment, and you've just resurrected someone he tried to kill. It's
I'm still going to slap him for that.
you're going to try to smack Garius.
Yes.
The guy whose punches have been considered to weigh the same as a meteorite strike. There's a reason why his primary attack is called the Meteor Fist, and he doesn't like you. And if he hears what you've just done, he may very well punch a hole in the Yggdrasil just to
Hey!
put you
Nobody
down.
is gonna like me after they find out it was me.
I am the only one who is allowed to hurt my ship. If anybody else hurt my ship, I kick them off my ship. Okay?
I'm not
Fenris.
I'm just landing in it.
I have a question.
Yes?
Though I think Visual's already answered it. Did Visual say no one else did Project Horizons?
Yeah, I
here?
answered.
Okay. Just so you know, I couldn't type in the chat because I'm on the Pony&Wolf channel right now. So if I typed, you wouldn't know whether or not it was coming from Visual or from me. But I was in puppy pink eyes. Not puppy eyes, pink eyes. I was puppy.
I haven't even read the actual story.
But
I wonder though, Silverring, does your character have any history with Barbara? Because either you really want us all dead, or you have history with our enemy. That would be interesting to find out.
No, she
No.
just seems sympathetic to me.
Seemed what?
how is she sympathetic? How do you sympathize with her? She's mean. She eats people.
Else has done, I could do the same.
If you ate any one of my friends, I would eat you.
You're a pup. I doubt that that your tiny stomach.
I'm
He's
not.
not
I'm
normally a
entire
pup.
body.
When I'm back to my normal size, you will fit in my belly twice.
Come back in 12 years
Another
and tell
thing.
it started again.
She doesn't have to eat you in one sitting, and she's a goddess puppy.
Also, back to further question. I haven't even read the actual story. I'm starting at chapter 4.
Yeah.
I
You're
gotta
still on
reread Fallout
chapter
Equestria.
4.
I was busy writing my own version. Okay.
That's perfectly reasonable. I remember I got about halfway through VP's reading and I just never finished it.
How could you?
I did it on
yeah.
SoundCloud, if that tells you how long ago it was.
Also, I don't really have another purpose to read it because my friend spoiled me the end.
Ah.
Fenris, I
Well,
want
there's
you
a
to
lot
know
that
if you...
happens. Go ahead.
Fenris, I want you to know that if you hate Silverring now, once you meet Nightfall properly, you're probably going to hate him even more. I'm not going to tell you why, but
I remember
something's
the,
going to happen, I
arena.
promise.
I remember the arena. Trust me, if he finds out what he was like in the arena when he killed that wolf just because he could, trust me, Garius will have many reasons to dislike you. Because he
Oh
considers
no, I'm not even
protecting
just talking about that. I'm talking about something Nightfall is going to do. Maybe I might even start doing it my next turn, but I'm not going to tell you what.
Don't get me wrong, he understands doing dark things to achieve victory, but helping the enemy is something he will never condone.
We'll see what Rosalia's next.
Oh boy.
And Fenris's next. Senses Barbara on the ship. However, it is now Midnight's turn.
No, wait, doesn't he have a last action? Oh, wait, no, never mind. He doesn't. Sorry, brain kind of froze there for a second. Alright. Do the others have torches too?
They had some on their forms, yes.
So they have them now?
They have some strapped to their shoulders.
Okay. Alright. Let's go. Leads the group in.
The two soldiers flank you, while the little engineer hides under you.
How little is this engineer?
Upsize.
No.
This is a pup?
She's an adult, but she's a midget.
Fair enough. Midnight thinks this is adorable, but also feels a little awkward. Shines as we go through. Once we're on the other side, immediately turns on the torches and says to the others, "Keep your eyes peeled. There's something in here, and I have no idea what it is. You see something,
Aye, ma'am.
you call it in.
Aye, ma'am.
And also, stick together. I'm not having another person die on me." Don't love! Anyway, looks at the engineer below me. Which way to the engine room?
She points at a sign on the wall that literally engine room.
Well, that was easy. All right, come on. Walks towards the engine room, keeping an eye on everything, looking around, taking in everything.
So you want to do an investigation check.
What is my investigation? Not terrible.
So roll 14. Score of 14.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You see that the hallway that you're traversing is dented, like the ceiling, floor, walls all have round indentations that are as big as your body.
Okay.
And wherever there are indentations, there is very foul-smelling slime.
You're really doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Damn it!
Oh, I'm looking at pictures of the thing that I think VP is gonna use, and I'm worried, especially for the guys that no longer have their power armor.
On the inside or the outside? As in, is it dented in the word? Basically,
It's as if something heavy hit it.
from the... I don't know how to explain this.
From the outside of the ship or the inside?
From the inside.
Okay.
You also see splatters of blood on the wall.
Mm.
Remnants of fur sticking to the slime.
Mm.
Ah.
And here or there you see dismembered paws, teeth, eyeball that hangs on the wall, a fashion that it looks like it's watching you.
Is it actually, or is it just...
It's a
Fuck.
This sounds like Nightfall's kind of place.
Yeah, I think so. Wanna join me?
I would, but I'm busy committing war crimes, sorry.
Should we be worried about you?
And
I don't know, should you?
at the
Maybe.
end, at the very edge of the light of your torch, you see a purplish tentacle retract into darkness with a very wet and loud slithering sound.
Ugh.
Midnight growls under her breath. Please let this not be what I think it is. Please let this not be what I think it is. Hmm. Because, question, how big is this thing? Is this bigger than the ship? So there's no way in hell we should fight it. Got it.
Oh, I don't think you can fight it, Midnight.
Oh, I don't think so either.
Size matters not. Have you learned nothing from Yoda?
Size matters not, especially when it's one of the,
of the gods.
I shouldn't say, you know what, I'm not gonna say that. Because that would give it away. And where's the fun in that?
Okay.
It's
Midnight-
a Ouroboros.
Puts a paw to her, like, a shushing motion, making sure to tell the others to be as quiet as possible as they continue to make their way to the engineering room. Keeping an eye out for any other tentacles.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to turn this into something that's too NSFW.
NSFK.
Let's just say, know that sound rolling.
Mm.
Yep.
No.
Roll initiative.
I actually have to roll twice.
Concerned? What are you planning?
Ooh.
Let me guess, that was the soldiers' defense scores.
Yes.
Oh, they're about to have a bad time. Or was it maybe their sanity scores?
A wall panel to your right erupts and clanks on the opposite wall as a tentacle pushes it away and emerges from the hole that it just created, grabbing the soldier to your right, pulling it in.
I didn't order sushi. Sorry.
Oh, nice one. Uh, uh, looks at the other soldier and, well, no, grabs the engineer, looks at the other soldier and says, run to the engine room.
And you run towards the engine room, which was your last action.
I guess that.
So I might just say this right now.
Yes.
No, you don't know if that soldier is dead.
Oh,
Well-
no.
I'm sorry, but he was grabbed. My first priority is to get us out of here. More lives are on stake than one soldier. Wow, I am terrible.
Just thinking about the greater good.
Yeah, Midnight's gonna have to have a talk with Libina later. 'Cause she's gonna have a clash of, I should have helped, but I couldn't. I should have helped, but I shouldn't. I should have helped, but I couldn't. Anyway, who's next?
Next is
Nightfall!
Nightfall.
Thanks, VP. I hate it.
You hate what?
I hate the thing you just sent me. That's terrible. Alright, so... What do I want to do? Alright. Well... Okay, so VP is still... Or, Script's still looking around the engine room. Bridge. I am going to... While he is distracted, I'm gonna start downloading as much information from the servers that are still online. Any servers that are still online.
your character sheet. Bar. And since this is computers, I need you to do a scholarship.
Oh, I was actually expecting that to be an intelligence check, but okay.
So you're in.
What do I got? What do I gotta get?
Since we're talking about one of the ships of one of the 5, 20.
Great. Is this gonna be the kind of thing where I don't get anything unless I get a 20? Or...
This is one of the things where you might get punished if you...
I mean... I've got this all planned out in my head, regardless of whether it goes the way I want it to or not. I know what I'm doing, probably.
Exactly 20! You lucker. The data you requested is downloaded onto a data crystal, including Elysium's diary.
Well, that wasn't part of the data I requested, but I guess I'll take it.
Give that to Midnight later.
Why would you want Elysium? You know what? I don't want...
I'll hand it over if you're willing to pay.
How much?
We'll discuss that later.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so...
Half your soul or something.
All of your entire skeleton is the price.
Garius would also like to enter this bidding war, but his let's just say his offer is he won't tell Elysium as he gives it back to him.
Hey,
He'll just say he
this
found
wasn't
it.
this
he
wasn't
won't
part
tell
of the
it he took
data
it.
Nightfall was after, so he's just probably gonna bid this off. He doesn't
No,
want this.
you said all the data that is available on the remaining servers.
How was I
So-
expected to know that this would be included? I suppose I should have foreseen it, but you know what? It is what it is. Alright, so...
So yeah.
I'm going to also see if I can track any life forms through a if there's a terminal nearby, I'm going to try and find any life forms that I can on the ship.
The console informs you internal sensor array offline.
I want to do something sneaky, but my stealth rating is only 5, and especially since I'm going up against script, I'm going to have to roll a perfect 20. I know I will, so I'm not even going to risk that.
Actually, you don't.
Why
This-
is his...
His stealth rating is also just 5.
Yeah, but what about his detection? I get the feeling that I know he's gonna notice me if I try anything that's not a perfect 20. I know how you are. I know the kind of GM you are.
You don't. I will allow it. Go ahead.
That was very...
Concerning?
Now I'm concerned, because that seems kind of suspicious. Why would you want me to do it unless you suspected that I would fail? So you can get back at me for something. Might script be a little bit jealous that I stabbed it to death in the ankles?
Don't look a gifted horse in the mouth.
I'm
We're
actually a
all
very
horses,
nice
except
GM.
for Midnight.
Pun
What was
intended.
that?
I said we're all horses except for Midnight. Because she's a
I'm
witch.
not a horse.
Excuse
Gary.
me.
Neither is Rose.
Lupina might want to have a say in that, but it doesn't matter. You have to roll.
Of us players, half of them are ponies.
You have to roll a score of 15.
Yeah.
If you want to do something sneaky.
You know what?
Hmm?
I'm gonna break the console.
That is not
Like-
sneaky.
Exactly. I'm gonna break the console more than it's already been broken. Like, completely destroy it, to the point it is not even usable.
Alright.
I have to question, can I just like jam my knife into it and count it as an attack?
Roll a brawl check.
Why is it always brawl?
Well, it worked on the last corpse you punched. Might as well try it with the
Yeah, it
computer.
did. It really worked out real well. Alright. What do I have to hit for brawl?
I'll give you 15.
Great.
He hits the wall.
You hit a total score of 11. And
Let me
as
guess,
you,
I hit it, but I didn't do any damage to it.
you jam your knife into it, but forgot, as the genius engineer that you are, that this console is still powered. And you
I mean, it
receive-
depends. What knife am I jamming into it? If I'm jamming my ballistic knife into it, it's got a rubber grip on it.
You only said knife.
You're right.
So you receive 3 damage as you are electrocuted.
It could have gone worse.
You're almost dead!
Didn't
No,
I,
miss
I
full
I
health.
used my health potion, didn't I?
Oh, right.
Yeah,
That
so I'm
means
down
you
to
now
7
have 7
again.
HP left.
Okay.
You
this is
lucky
fine.
duck. I'm also wondering myself why you didn't use this pen thing that you have in your.
I
But
could have
okay.
done that, but where's the fun in that? And also, I completely forgot that I had that. I completely forgot that that thing is literally made to interface with electronics.
Don't know that.
Well, I can assume it based on the way you've described it and what I can probably assume it is, but maybe I'm wrong. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so I'm dying again. And with that, I end my turn.
Is that you end your turn? Oh. That means it is Fenris's turn.
Limbs.
Question: does a passive perception count as an action? Because when Barbara was teleported, a spell like that, especially entering a ship that I'm currently standing on, do I have a chance of perceiving that as a free action?
You feel it.
Okay. Do I feel the source of it? Because I have met Silver Ring, so I would at least be aware of his signature, his magical signature.
Yes, you do.
So I'm aware that it was Silver Ring, or did I just sense that it was similar?
You know that his magical frequency is the same as a spell that was just released on the bridge.
I
Okay.
still regret nothing.
I am sorry, Silver Ring, but my character would lock on to your fighter and crush it with magic
What?
as his attack
No.
action for this turn.
Okay.
What?
All
He
right.
tried
Think
to
that he
kill this
actually
deity, and you just tried to help the deity. And now you've put the lives of everyone on this ship in danger, including multiple members of the Five. 3 deities are now at risk, more actually, because
Then
of your actions.
Then attack the deity that actually is the dangerous one, not the one who sent it.
Okay.
As far as
I
he's
need
concerned, a traitor is dangerous, and he
I
wants
need-
to not have to worry about him stabbing him in the back while he deals with Barbara.
I
As
need
far as he
both
knows,
of
he could
you.
fight Barbara.
I need both of you to roll.
Wait, me?
You roll magical attack. Okay. You roll
Oh, come on.
magical defense. You have a look at your character sheet.
Yeah, boy.
Oof.
Wait a moment.
Make it quick. Am I gonna die? Really?
I have 17 intelligence.
Dude, you have 2 magical defense. You rolled an 8. He has 9 magical attack. Just crushes you.
So
The fighter goes up in flames, and unless you want to teleport out of there,
can I do that?
Hmm?
Can I even do that?
Usually not, but you're a unicorn, so I'll allow it if you want to try.
Of course I will try.
Then roll magic.
I hate you already, Fenris.
Hey, you brought it upon yourself.
Okay, where do you attempt to go? Let me ask you this.
Where I was going.
The Edrisol.
Exactly.
Hey, I remember the name! Yay!
Yay!
That'd be
Good mama.
Good idea. Okay, you materialize right next to Garius.
Oh, come on.
Hey, buddy!
Question, can I translate my final actions into another attack?
No.
Damn it. He looks at Silver Ring with such ferocity that the heat from his gaze rivals the sun itself, and basically says, "We will discuss this later. If
You are in trouble,
attempt
young
to
man.
impede my actions to save this ship, I will destroy you. Are we clear?"
I need both of you to roll intimidation.
You are in big
Sadly,
trouble,
my
young man.
intimidation is crap. My character is extremely angry.
Okay. So let me.
I have a high charisma. Does that count?
Yes.
This roll of. Ooh. Intimidation.
I have 20 charisma.
Yeah. Are intimidated. Because let me just have a look at this. Because I looked at the wrong roll there. It's a roll for his teleport for a second.
The hell?
You just stare at each other. And not intimidated,
fight.
you just stare at each other.
Well,
Because
if
you
I have
both-
another action.
You both total in 21.
Ooh. Equally scared, equally
basically-
pissed.
Basically, I'm going to go straight to the bridge, and I am going to try to help Rose. So I guess that's a teleportation, because I imagine she's quite far away.
I'm standing not so far away from you. I'm still watching over my brother
don't-
and my uncle.
Oh,
Oh, okay, then I run over.
No, you're on the bridge.
You went
Ah.
to the bridge road.
Oops.
Barbara landed on top of you, right now sitting on top of you, looking around confused.
Yeah, I'm
I
still
rolled a
gonna bite
10. Do I manage to teleport there with whatever bonus I have to magic?
Yes, you do. Because with a 10, you almost have 20.
What is my bonus, actually? Because I don't think it
9.
says. Ah,
The bonus is 9.
And am I allowed to say one thing before my turn ends to Barbara? I blew you up once, I can blow you up again. Leave or else.
She looks at you, raises an eyebrow. It has been a while since I've had a humanoid. Get the hell out of there now!
Midnight didn't have to deal with tentacle creatures.
Yeah, but the thing is, you told him to protect Rosalia and the others. Currently, she's in danger, and he will die before he breaks a promise. He is that kind of person. He will literally die defending her if he promised that she would survive.
I like. Ow. Sorry, bit my tongue. Somehow while I was drinking.
So after that, it is Rosalia's turn. However, I will have to disappear for a moment.
Yep.
Rosalia, think good on your turn. Because Garius just teleported you out from under Barbara.
Oh.
He was sitting on you.
I want to bite her!
Think about that really well.
I don't like it when you use the papa tone.
Rosalia, I recommend you try and get away. Currently, my character is distracting Barbara. You need to get everybody off the ship. My character will go down with the ship if necessary, but you need to go.
Excuse you. I am not leaving this ship and this crew, okay? I may be young, but I'm not gonna leave.
I'm feisty. I'm a bite ya.
She's supposed to be like this reserved extra avatar of war. If she just leaves, then no. No.
And another thing, Silver, I'm sorry for trying to kill your character, but you quite literally did everything within your power to make my character hate you. I have to play Garius. I honestly don't want to kill your character because I don't like PKing, especially in role plays. But you quite literally have forced my hand. I couldn't think of anything you could do that would annoy my character more. Honestly, you could not have him more angry at you if you tried.
And
even assaulting him would have got less a reaction.
Oh, just wait until Nightfall gets on board. That's gonna be a fun time. Especially if I fail my rolls and trigger the security.
Oh dear.
No,
my character doesn't hate you yet.
The next person who triggers Rosalia is gonna have a very bad muffin stuffed in their mouth. They're gonna puke.
Still probably not as bad as getting a hole punched through your wing.
True.
And another thing, if this fight goes the way I think it's gonna go, you're gonna lose your ship, Rose, either way. Because
I just got it!
Either Garius is going to destroy your ship trying to repel Barbara, or Barbara's going to destroy your ship out of spite.
I didn't even get to finish the first trip. Me.
I'm sorry, but we're in a battle, and right now he's charged with protecting you.
I was about to say, can't you just protect me a little bit less?
I don't think your mother would permit that.
No. If Garius comes home with either of her children dead,
he's toast.
Yeah.
To be fair, if either of them are dead, he died before them trying to protect them. So if one of them dies, consider him dead.
Okay, Rosalia, have you decided on your... I have just...
Oh, nice.
Oh dear.
I don't want to have a new ship already.
You could just ask her to get off your ship. Go play somewhere else.
That's so crazy that just might work. Might as well.
Rosalia kind of looks a little bit confused because she's not used to others teleporting her. So where did she end up again?
Garius. Of the bridge.
Um.
And she is literally sitting in the middle of the bridge, just looking at the two of you. Now floating over one of your crew members, who are already alarmed. And she looks quite hungrily at you.
No. Oh, no. Teleports all my crews to the end of the ship and emergency detach and send them home. Can I do that, please? I have it in the plans of the ship, but I haven't done it before.
Roll a magic check.
Ah. No.
I hope for your sake you get this one.
Me too.
Because then you can leave.
Because you have you have like 20 wolves to teleport. You need a total score of 20.
So she has less crew than my ship does then.
That's just her bridge crew.
Ugh.
Pull up your...
I think I have 8 or something.
Manage to teleport 15 of you out.
Oh, a few. At least. Yay, that's good.
The remaining 5 of you just swap places.
Oh.
A different crew member has Barbara floating over them.
No, that one would be away, right?
No.
Oh.
Barbara still has now a young male officer in her grasp, and
okay,
you see how drool is running down her muzzle.
Yeah. She has panic and jumps in where the young male is to push him away. I know it's stupid, but that's her reaction. So that's a brawl or something?
A brawl. You need a total score of
20. I'm hitting him, not her.
Still.
Not 20.
Critical success.
Yes.
You managed to push the officer out of Barbara's magical grip and even managed to escape her snapping jaws yourself.
Yes. Thank you, Dice Maiden. Thank you.
And then Barbara turns her head, growls at you.
I growl back. Not touchy.
Which is very cute because you are up right now.
I'm still angry though.
Then Garia smiles at the display.
Dude, she's distracted. Don't smile.
That's why he's smiling. You're putting on such an adorable show that he might actually get a surprise attack.
I don't know if I should be happy or annoyed.
And she says to you, between me and my meal.
Don't touch my friends.
And Barbara lunges at you.
Magic shield stuffy thing tang? Or, yeah, magic shield.
So you want to put up a magical shield?
Yes.
Hey, I need you to roll a total score of 50.
Oh, nice. Maybe I should just have teleported away. That would be smart. Yes, that would be smart. Why don't they do smart stuff?
You equal 13, so you pull up a magical shield, waiting for Barbara to bounce off it, but she just jumps through it, pinning you to the ground.
No, touch my pup.
There.
I know. No.
I guess that's it for my turn, or else I would try to... For some reason, I want to spit acid, but I don't think she can do that kind of stuff.
One of the anything.
I make a puke cannon of acid right in her face.
Hey, roll a 20.
Oh. Oops. Ah! No!
She got a 3.
Why? Why, Dice Maiden? Why do you fail me?
You summon acid, but it completely misses her and instead eats a hole in the hull of your ship. Emergency force fields immediately kick in.
Okay, that's good. Good ship.
Barbara then lowers her muzzle towards you.
Try to take my head backwards, just like, no.
Still growling. And says, maybe I should start with dessert first.
Can I assist in any way?
Can't you just attack her?
I don't know whether I'm allowed to act outside my turn, but this is the point where Garius would charge up all his magical energy into his fist and punch her in the back of the head if he can.
Or maybe just take your big mouth and just like...
He's a humanoid. He's not a...
Yeah.
My bad. For some reason I imagined him like a big wolf with wings.
Nope.
Alright, Garius.
Large humanoid in power armor. So I roll a 20. I need to roll. Be high.
Need to roll a 20.
I got a 10 plus 9 for my thing. I don't know if I get any bonuses for a brawl as well, since it's a magical melee attack. But
since I must sadly inform you that I now have to roll for Barbara.
Oh boy.
Crit fail,
Run!
fail, crit fail, crit fail, crit fail, please,
crit
please.
fail, crit fail. Oh.
Damn it!
My station.
I hate the Dice Maiden.
No, I don't hate her. She just has bad choices sometimes.
No, I hate her.
Barbara rolls to the side, taking Rosalia with her.
I imagine I punch a large hole in the floor.
Why is everybody damaging my ship?
You did it first.
You basically destroy the navigation console.
Oh, great. Good luck we have a backup, but still.
I turn to face Barbara. I go, it's rude to skip the main course. I think I might be a bit more to your liking. Come at me, you dumb bitch.
Oh,
that is a term for a female dog.
Language.
Sorry. Sorry if that was too bad language for the stream, but that's exactly what he'd say in this situation. Anything to get him off Rose. He called her rude, insulted her, and changed her priorities, hopefully.
Rosalia?
Yeah?
I need you to roll a magic defense check.
I don't wanna. I don't wanna die. Oh, okay, yay. Maybe.
Come on.
Gods of all D&D and RPGs, please be with me in this role.
Please.
I'm dead.
No, crit.
You're dead. Nice to know you.
To be fair, she only beat you by 3.
The D&D gods don't like me.
So Barbara
I rolled a 1.
So Barbara steps off of you.
What?
but immediately summons a magical rope tying you up.
Seriously, I'm not gonna be the hostage now. Well, better that than dying.
And then he walks up to Garius. Until she's only like 2 feet away from him.
Gets into a combat stance.
She then looks up at him, tilts her head slightly, and says, "Well, big guy, have a better idea."
Is she flirting?
Just gives her a blank look.
I need you to roll a seduction check.
I think I have 15. I have a bonus of 15 on that. Right, I got,
She has
to be fair, my
19.
seduction is quite high. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, wow.
Man, imagine
Okay.
putting points into seduction.
Well,
So,
I've got 20
she's not-
charisma, so that's probably it.
So she's
And
not just
persuasion.
walking home with a new kid, she's also walking home with a new husband.
Okay, wow.
You are
This is going to be a
Suddenly-
completely different RP by you're finished, isn't it?
Love,
Hey.
we don't want to be demonetized.
These streams are usually basically deemed not friendly for advertisers anyhow. So,
Oh, yeah.
so Barbara walks up to you as you feel kind of warm and fuzzy inside, and
That's new.
and she caresses your face with her tail.
It's just really weird thinking about that as like a human and a wolf. It makes much more sense if it's a wolf and a wolf, or a pony and a wolf, but like a human and a wolf, that's just really weirding me out. Ugh.
Well, think about it this way. He's an immortal angel god, not human.
That doesn't make it any better.
Okay. You're basically
turn.
taking the guy who hasn't even thought of anybody like this in millions of years, currently feeling warm and fuzzy on the inside and thinking, what the hell is this feeling I'm currently experiencing?
Exactly.
What is this alien feeling?
Exactly.
What is this feeling?
This is the guy who spends most of his time in his closet meeting a pretty girl for the first time thinking, what the hell is this feeling?
Help!
As you are kind of confused by this right now, she slaps your booty.
I can't.
Does he feel it for his power armor?
Yeah, he
That's
feels
your
like
concern!
he feels a slight tap.
Looks back and I think his confusion has probably been more powerful than anything else right now. He challenged you to a fight, and now you're slapping his ass. He's incredibly
Yeah, it's a weird sort of
confused.
escalation.
Yes.
Thing is, I could totally see Barbara doing this.
This,
Okay. She
likes
even
to
though I
tease-
don't really know this character, this seems totally in character.
She likes to play with her food first.
Very
Okay, I
playful
think I know what
character. I
he's
like
gonna
it. I
do.
can appreciate it.
He's going to dig into his fate abilities, and he's going to look at a few possible scenarios of the next few minutes and see what the hell she's planning.
What is he, Doctor Strange?
I need you to do a
He's
magic
basically
check with a.
script.
I need
And
you to
script
do a
can see the
magic
future.
check with 15.
Well, 12
Okay.
plus my 9.
You see 5 different futures for the next minutes, depending on your choices and her choices. Number 1, both of you completely forget the battle and Rosalia, and end up sitting in her command chair, kissing each other. Number 2, you end up in her command chair talking about your wants and desires. Number 3 is not safe for Rosalia. Number 4 has you tied up on the floor with her standing over you with a whip.
Is this like
Wow.
is that like the good version of that situation or the bad version of that situation?
And number 5 has her bound on the floor with you standing on top of her with a whip.
Again,
Okay.
good version or bad version? Is that like the you're gonna get murdered situation, or the one that you're not gonna get murdered kind of situation?
Can't say.
I'll take that as it's the not safe for work version. Yeah, that's what I thought.
One thing, Visual, I'm conflicted about what I should do. I'm going to roll a d20, and whether it's above or below 10 will determine what I actually do next. So this isn't a skill check, this is just my deciding factor. Okay. It's that then.
Okay.
Can I
Okay,
say,
then.
wasn't this supposed to be Rosalia's turn?
It was.
It was supposed to
then
be, but she's right now. Gary has decided to jump in. Rosalia
Well,
is bound on
she
the
needed
floor.
help. Okay.
Which reminds me, Rosalia still has 1 action left.
Okay.
Rosalia, you want to do anything?
I think she's just confused on the floor, tied up. Or
Kriz?
maybe she left because not safe for Kriz. You okay, Kriz? Hello? You okay?
Muted her.
Rosalia!
It's
Where is she?
safe. Oh, we
Oh.
didn't scare her, did we? She's quite
She
easily
said,
frightened by
in
this
the
stuff.
general, just need time, I hold my turn.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, Kriz doesn't like this sort of stuff very much, and she's easily made uncomfortable. She is so sensitive to this stuff, it's unreal.
I just kind of
Okay,
wanted to make it a funny situation.
Okay, Kriz, and I apologize to the audience for this. Kriz, if you take off your headphones just for a few seconds, I'll just say this and then we'll just skip forward. He's going to do the, and I'm going to so regret saying this, he's going to do the not safe for Kriz one.
All right.
Because that should, if I'm reading correctly, take her out of the fight entirely. Buying Rosalia and the others time to evacuate. At least that's how he justifies it in his own head.
Nuzzles up to your arm. Then
Can we skip the whole details because Kriz is.
he just
not this
leads
sort of
you
thing.
out of the room.
Okay, and we skip that. So
That's all I wanted to say. Actually. I wasn't going to go into details.
that's good because.
Don't worry, he leaves that for me.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Oh,
whose
dear.
turn's next?
Me.
Chris.
Boy. So, what will I do? I gather up my crew. I press my communicator. This is script talking. Everyone on board the ULE Paradise, return to the crystal. Bring all survivors you have found back with you. And that's all I do.
That's it.
Unless I look at Nightfall and his slightly frazzled hair from stabbing the console.
I just imagine his hoof blade is stuck in the computer and he's just sort of shaking violently. You look at him to see him just twitching with his arm connected to the wall.
You know, depending on what time you see him, he may be twitching normally anyway.
What's
Depending on
twitching
how far
normally?
his sanity has slipped.
But yeah. I end my turn, which makes this now Silver Ring's turn.
Jeez.
Okay, first of all, I go to where everyone else is right now.
Wait, would he have gotten teleported off the ship?
Because Rosalia only said she would teleport her crew.
Fine.
Well, basically where everyone else is. You have to decide kinda because Darius and Barbara are somewhere else.
No, not these two. Everyone else.
You mean the rest of the crew?
Yeah.
So you go to the back of the ship. Where right now everyone is mounting the escape pods. Okay, so...
Okay, I changed my mind. I just knock on the door where Garius and Barbara are.
Why?
You get no answer.
Would Barbara appreciate that at all?
She's too busy.
I won't say anything to that right here, Garius.
Okay, yeah, good point. Sorry, I asked. I forget I said anything.
But you get
I
no answer.
I just keep knocking until someone opens up.
You will be ignored.
Yes. Basically. And the
So
door
that's
is
his turn
welded
done.
shut. Door is welded shut. Barbara did.
Okay, I just yell through the door that I'm the one who brought her back.
To which she yells back, "Wait your turn."
Alright, I'll just lean against the wall and wait until they're done.
Okay. Then Midnight,
Yeah.
She's popular.
her turn.
Okay. Right. Have we made it to the engineering room yet?
Yes.
Open
The door to the engineering room
Mm-hmm.
is grown over with these purple tentacles slithering over it.
Midnight looks at the other two, then looks back. Did the others bring any weapons with them?
The soldier moves his head a little and pulls out a sword.
Midnight gulps a little. Well, we gotta get in there. But first, looks down at the little one between her legs. Any other way in?
He points at a vent right next to the door that is not big enough for you.
Is it big enough for the little engineering person? Looks at the engineering one. Okay. I need you to go in.
What?
I need you to go in.
Alone?
Just take a look through the things if they're the grates. If you come across any tentacles, come back and tell us, and we'll cut our way in. Okay?
she suddenly puts on a teary, mock stern look, walks out from under you, turns to you and says, "Fine, but if I get eaten, I'll haunt you!" And then she crawls into the vent.
Midnight slightly chuckles. She does realize I know Elizabeth.
And what do you do now?
I don't know, because if I attack this thing...
Maybe you should have brought some fire.
Fire?
Depends on if it's a water type or not.
If it's what I think it is, Nightfall would be extremely helpful.
I mean, I can't guarantee he'd be helpful, but he might be able to.
Hey, you got him out of the kitchen, didn't you?
Yeah, you right.
Actually,
Okay.
that was script with a broomstick.
If Scripps can do it with a broomstick, I'm sure Midnight can handle it.
Thing is, I'm wondering why on earth there's a portal to this guy. Anyway. What the... What? What? What did he want? What? What did he want? What?
It would make a lot of sense.
It would not make a lot of sense.
Maybe not one of the fifth, but certainly would make sense.
Okay. Pretend I sent the engineering guy with a communicator. Communicates with her. Have you gone to engineering yet?
You only hear static.
Damn it!
And from the vent, you hear a sound that is like...
Damn it! Cut our way in now!
I ma'am.
And the soldier starts hacking the tentacles apart. Until they are gone.
That's it? No reaction from the thing? Damn it! Opens the door quickly and runs in.
You see the engine core laying dormant in the middle of the engine.
Looks to where the grate would the engineer would have come out of the grate.
There are several vents.
Fine, looks around for the engineer.
Okay. Roll investigation.
Damn it!
Actually succeed.
Oh, yay!
And find Hardhead.
Grimaces. That was a boo-boo. Look,
Tool belt.
no sign of a body, though?
Bit of blood. Items you found.
Damn it, she's gonna help me. I'm gonna have to talk to Elysium. Looks at the core.
It is dark.
But you said it was lying on the floor, so it's basically been knocked out of place?
No, it's lying dormant, not on the floor. My dear love, I need you to roll D.
Worried.
I'm dead. Oh.
Okay, you feel sharp teeth nibbing at your paw as you look at the paw, but you take no damage.
Looks down.
You see the engineer hiding under the console, missing an eye.
Midnight helps her up. Come on, come here. It's all right. We're here. I told you to tell us if something happened.
How the hell am I supposed to tell you anything?
You
If that thing rips off my tool belt!
Fair enough, fair enough. Can you get this place up and running?
She looks around, looks at the console, looks at emergency generators in the back.
This place is dead.
Let me guess, that's a no.
Yes, it's a no. What we would need is power, at least to start up the backup generators, because they can then create a charge to start up the engine core.
The problem is we don't have any of that.
Exactly.
And wait. Looks at our torches. What about our torches? Would that be enough of a spark?
He raises an eyebrow at you.
These torches have about, if it comes to it, 10 watts of power. We would need about 10 gigawatts to start the engine core.
So what you're saying is we have to go all the way back to get something.
What I'm saying is, it was stupid to come here in the first place. Why didn't you just ask some of the other ships to drag us out of here?
Good question.
Because all those ships are busy fighting a war right now.
I have 6 frigates nearby that are only providing light fire support, and a command ship that's just hovering around your ship, providing point defense, by the way.
I hope you hear that I'm typing.
Yes, I do, and I'm terrified. Fine.
Lucky duck. A tentacle comes shooting out of the darkness, wrenching the engineer out of your grasp, but she manages to wriggle herself free, landing ungraciously next to you and taking her back from you.
So let me get it straight. Go back, get the others to drag us out?
That is a possibility, or you try to fight Cthulhu.
Hell no!
This is not Cthulhu in power armor.
Oh, yes.
This is literally a meme. Awesome.
Alright, let's get out of here. The minute we get through, we'll ask the others to pull us out.
As you turn around, leave the engine. The soldier that was previously pulled into the hole in the wall blocks the entrance engine room.
You survived.
Does not answer.
Soldier?
suddenly starts coughing. Tentacles erupt from his maw.
Ugh. Thanks for the nightmares, love.
Welcome.
Can I say except you're welcome?
He ain't Maui.
Also, his fur changes color to a dark green.
What was his fur color to begin with? Purple. What am I thinking? For a second there, I thought he was a pony. Dumb me.
Pretty purple wolf.
Well, I mean, if you're thinking normal lupine logic, then gray fur doesn't really mean anything. But the barfing up tentacles, that probably means something, and you should probably be very worried.
Oh, I am. I'm thinking. I'm looking at the guard, going, "Get us out of here now."
Nods at you before charging his former comrade and yelling back over his shoulder,
You get out of here, I'll be right behind you.
Nods, grabs the engineer by the scruff, and runs.
She indignantly looks up at you, but says nothing. As you hear howls and screams behind you and run down the corridor.
His turn's
Say
next!
I'll be right behind you. They die.
Always. Always.
After your Nightfall's turn.
Oh boy, howdy.
So I will have to go and get something to drink because it's kind of hot here.
Just a little.
You do that, and I'll consider what really stupid thing I can do next.
Though,
Don't stab script.
I'm
Though-
gonna stab script.
love, I'm just looking at the time, and who we have next. Well, it's just we're
I know.
nearly at the 3-hour mark. Just saying.
Saying love. That's it. I didn't do initially what I wanted to do when you sent her in the vent.
Fair enough, but I
You
didn't
want to know
wanna-
what I wanted to do?
Go for it.
I have
Alien.
an empty Pringles can here, and I wanted to do this like where you hear the scratching of claws on metal and hear the scream of "Help! Help!"
And then he crushes the can.
In my defense, I sent her in because A, she's the engineer, and could probably get the thing up and running, which would mean we'd get out quicker, and B, because none of us could fit, and C, if we attacked those tentacles, I had no clue of whether or not that would just rip us apart, rip the whole ship apart, or that end of the ship apart, and kill us all.
I'm telling you, you probably would have had a better time if you had actually brought like fire torches, not flashlight torches. I seem to have a distinct memory that these sort of things are very vulnerable to fire.
Actually, yeah.
Mostly because of their nature as generally ocean-dwelling creatures.
And apparently brooms.
I wouldn't know about that.
Midnight, I have a
Earth
question
element.
Go for it.
about the barfing tentacles. Are you actually gonna have nightmares of that?
Okay, I'm gonna put this bluntly. I am very, 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 very easily scared with horror
Yeah.
elements and things like that. I had a nightmare not a few days ago of Silent Hill, but I'd never played the game, but I watched an ending explained of the movies. I like horror movies in the story sense, and I like to laugh at them. And actually, I find the Silent Hill one quite hilarious because some of them are quite ridiculous because it's a video game movie. No one knows.
Yeah, and they're
really knows-
terrible.
Yeah, it's really hard to make them right. So I didn't think much of it. Then I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, sweating my head off, because I dreamt of a woman with a chainsaw and creepy vines, I think, or something. I can't remember exactly, but basically, I very quickly connected it to the Silent Hill because there's actually a saw thing in it as well.
Yeah, Pyramid Head.
No,
Is that Silent? No, that's Silent Hill.
that is a Silent Hill, but it's not the woman I'm talking about. There's
Yeah,
a woman.
I
in
don't
it.
know Silent Hill that well.
I mean, the
Yeah.
nose.
Midnight, wouldn't this be a good time to mention the Teespring star?
Yes, it would.
Certainly
Thank you,
will
but-
not give you nightmares.
No, that won't give you nightmares. It has plenty of stuff that
Are
I
you
personally love. I can't wait to see Rosalia bring some stuff to as well.
Yeah, I have a few t-shirts and handbags, and I have a lot of stickers in one of my books. And for this episode, we had a very good sticker that would fit very well on somebody's computer. Like my own is the Not Safe for Rosalia sticker,
Oh yeah.
because that's what happened today. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Sorry, Rosalia.
No
Oh
worries.
yeah.
I take full responsibility for upsetting Rosalia.
No. You don't
The
have
shame
to
is mine.
apologize. No, there's no shame. It's just I don't handle things as well as others, so that's
I know,
not
Like,
and
how
I
I
should have
can
known
be
that.
you.
I can be scared so easily, like that, because I don't know why, but I find the Alien movies scary.
Admittedly, those are some of, and this isn't even a debatable, this is like an objective fact. They are some of the best horror movies ever made.
Oh,
Like,
definitely.
you ask anyone, Alien will be consistently one of the best, highest ranked horror movies ever made.
The only reason I was able to make it through the entire movie was because basically I just looked at how good the entire visual, the whole entire blah. Yeah.
You just watched visual the entire time.
Yes. That.
Okay,
Oh,
Nightfall's
that's
turn.
adorable.
Oh boy.
Oh, we have Rosalia back?
We have Rosalia back.
Sorry. NASA's back.
Hugs Rosalia.
Hugs back.
So many hugs at guy.
Yay!
You
I
get
can
all the hugs at Galagon.
Yes.
Uh,
All the huggers.
definitely hug her for me.
I will
Thank you.
channel my inner Luna and hug her.
Thank you.
So, Nightfall, what are you gonna do?
Well, firstly, I actually forgot to ask this on my last turn, but did I get the data crystal with all the information on it? Or do I have to go retrieve that from somewhere else?
Have it.
Alright, I just wanted to make sure before I made any rash decisions.
Okay.
Script. Do you know if your men killed the creature down by the engine rooms?
From the report I'm getting, they did.
Alright. They recovered the survivors, I assume?
They did.
Alright.
We
Does this-
should get out of here.
Firstly, does this ship have an armory on it?
That pan looks. It's a warship.
That may be true, but how am I expected to know whether these ships are prepared in the prepared for events such as boardings or landings or sieges?
He taps a button on a console next, bringing up a flickering hologram of a room that is almost as big as a bridge, which is already quite massive, loaded with all kinds of weapons of mass destruction.
Pixie has been here.
As
Leroy was here.
He quickly inspects the hologram for a moment before dashing down one of the corridors.
So you are going to the armory?
Yes. You think that I'm gonna take on every threat that you can throw at me, including the maybe Lovecraft, maybe not tentacle monsters in those portals, with just 2 knives? Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not gonna risk that.
And you also have that pen device.
Yeah, but what's that gonna do against a horde of tentacles,
Isn't it the
really?
sonic screwdriver? I have to ask.
Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, that's been the sort of thing we've been dancing around the whole time. Is it? Is it what we think it is?
It could also be a laser screw.
That would
Sonic
be
probe.
weird, but okay.
Star
Hey,
Wars.
the master had one of.
It's just a laser pointer.
No, it's a screwdriver, but also a laser gun.
Pew, pew.
Why?
Very effective against cats creatures.
He killed Missy with it.
Oh.
So, as you reach the armory, the automatic doors open for you. Very slowly, because main power is low. And before you, you see a vast storehouse of bombs, needles, spears, crates marked as highly explosive, crates marked as highly corrosive, crates marked as necromancy.
Oh, fancy. I have to ask the
Crates.
question, why is there... Well, I assume there are weapons in the armory that have to do with necromancy. Isn't that a skill? I'm confused.
Imagine a gun that can shoot a corpse and turn it into an ally.
That's a weird concept, but not the weirdest I've seen, so okay, that actually seems totally reasonable. Still weird, but reasonable.
Okay, and you see swords, knives, suits of armor, power armor, basically almost all kinds of weapons that you can imagine. And in the middle of all is a giant sphere that is glowing a pale blue with a reddish tint, and it has like this disc running around it.
Okay, that wasn't... At first I thought it was something else, the way you were describing it, especially with all the Doctor Who references you've sprinkled in here, but I guess it's not what I thought it was. Oh well. I'm gonna search for any sort of energy or ballistic weapon.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
What do I gotta get?
Cause it's you? I'll give you this for a 15.
Okay. Okay then. That works.
Okay. You find automatic rifle, automatic laser rifle, Gatling guns, laser Gatling guns, magic Gatling guns, necromancy Gatling guns, automatic nuke launchers.
Oh, very fancy.
Bows, arrows, crossbows, basically a lot of weapons.
You know, the more I think about this, the more this seems very, very unsafe. Especially to have on one ship.
Let's see scripts are.
This seems really unsafe.
You're not going to investigate the big blue ball?
No, because frankly, I think I've made enough stupid decisions today. I think I've made it over this session, which is today and yesterday. I think I've made a lot of stupid decisions, and I'm starting to realize that maybe if you're making a very important note of something, it seems like maybe it would be better if I just didn't, and I left it to someone who
Make Visual happy.
I just messaged you.
understandable. Among all those firearms, is there a railgun?
Have 5 different railguns to choose from.
Let me guess. Standard, explosive, corrosive, necrotic, and magical.
The magical one has a tag on it that says unlimited ammo and sets target on fire.
Oh, that's fancy. Yeah, I'll take one of the magical railguns. I don't know, does that... I'm guessing that counts as an action. Alright. And then...
Don't want to attack anything. Or
I'll
convert your attack.
I'm
You're going to shoot the thing in the middle.
Oh no, I'm gonna shoot one of the explosive crates. Just blow up the entire ship.
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Roll. No, you said you'll do it.
I'm not doing
Roll.
that.
Roll accuracy.
Well, it doesn't matter, regardless of
You
whether
need a 10.
I hit the target or I miss it. It's gonna blow up.
You need a 10.
We're all gonna die no matter what.
You do know that you're in danger as well, visual or script.
I know. However, my character is already on his way back to his ship.
Yeah, but if the entire ship you're docked to goes nuclear, that's not gonna help you, especially if your ship is wedged into the other ship.
Well, to my defense, Elysium is no longer on board, so I can assume that she's safe. He can resurrect me. So bring it. You need a 10.
You're literally picking a fight with the GM now. This is a dangerous position to make.
Except for I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna shoot the explosive crate. Because I'm not stupid. I mean, I am stupid, but I'm not that stupid.
Okay, so then what are you going to shoot?
You're not gonna win this one.
Or do you want to convert it into an action?
I'm gonna convert it into an action.
Going to do.
I'm going to leave the armory and see if I can't find my way to the... Oh god. Now I can't... Hangar.
The hangar.
For some reason I couldn't think of the name of it.
Investigation check.
Oh boy, I sure do love
The
rolling
12.
investigation checks.
12.
And D20. Great. Wonderful.
As you are wandering the hallways, you are sure that you're on your way to the hangar. Turn the next door to the right. Stand in the cafeteria.
Well, ain't that neat. Well, ain't that neat. Well, I'll have to grab some food on my next turn.
There is still fresh spaghetti bolognese in the trays.
I'll have to grab some food on my next turn. And then we're gonna try this again.
Okay, so now it is Fenris's turn.
And for the sake of Rosalia, well, oh dear. I don't even know where we start off with. I imagine.
Come on. Can I just say something?
Yep.
I'll skip the whole scene. I'll only explain what happens after, okay?
Excellent.
So you and Barbara are laying on a couch. Barbara basically laying on your lap. While you pet her. And then she looks up at you and is like, well, thank you, Dari. Think I will go. Thank you. Might I tell you a secret?
Go ahead.
I'm not that. I want to be the Overmother.
I have a look of curiosity on my face. May I ask you a question then? You want to be the Overmother, and that is the one we are currently fighting. Is it at all possible that we stop this rivalry and perhaps, if not join forces because you're not liked by our group, perhaps arrange a ceasefire where we do not get in your way and you covertly help us, and when the time comes, I put the odds in your favor, making you the Overmother, if it is within my power.
Think got you. And she disappears.
What the hell, Garius?
As far as I'm aware, and I think I made my wording quite well. Basically, she's going to stay out of our way and give us background assistance, and at the end of the day, she helps us take out the Overmother, basically. As for what she does with that power, that's for us to decide afterwards. She'll be far less experienced than the current Overmother, and will already be in a position at that point with knowledge of a being of that power, so we should be able to take her out if she decides to turn on us.
Your little electric
Powerful.
computer device starts beeping.
Of course, he has no opinions of attacking her right now, but he looks at his computer.
You see that you have got an incoming message, an update on the battle outside.
Takes a look at it.
A hologram appears, depicting the entire battlefield. And you see not a single enemy ship.
How'd that happen?
Just made.
Grins. Today might not suck after all. And turns off the hologram and tries to make his way to Rosalia on the bridge.
Your way to Rosalia on the bridge.
You're forgetting something.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Silver Ring is
Silver
standing
Ring.
in front of the door.
Okay, I pick him up by his scruff or mane of his, or anything near his uniform, and I pretty much just drag him to the bridge.
For which you will have to do a brawl check.
That's a point. My brawl is 2. Nope, 5. I've got 15 strength though.
And you will need total score of 15. But forget that spring can also still defense.
Yep.
Shall I do it now?
You too.
I have 5 brawl and I rolled a 5. He rolled a 2.
Damn it.
I think I have
So
more
your
strength
total
than him,
is-
if I recall.
Your total is 10. And his 8. So yeah, you drag him along to the.
I have legs, you know.
While all this has been going on, the action I hold, could that have been that I have gotten, or tried at least, to gotten myself out of the rope?
It's medical rope. It's
Uh,
binding you.
I've tried chewing on it, but it didn't work.
Okay, Rosalia, you've tried to chew yourself free. Moment, Wesley. There it is. Roll me a strength check. Need 20.
Why is it always 20 with her?
Because magic stuff from Barbara. I guess I get not
You
lose.
chewed most of the way through. Only your hind legs still be found when Garius and Silver Ring enter the bridge.
Stop
I say to
chewing.
Rosalia, oh sorry, I say you can thank this idiot for bringing Barbara back from the explosion that me and Alternate Midnight started. Throws him in front of Rosalia, and I try and untie her back legs.
I'm just waving at Rosalia.
No cupcake for you.
He basically just said, all of this death and destruction that's happened to your ship, he's responsible. And now I'm going to untie her. I rolled a 3. Do I even help at all? Considering we're not under pressure.
You actually tangle the rope up a little bit.
Yes.
I've never untied a rope before. He says, very embarrassed. Excuse me, but not all gods are omnipotent. To be fair, though, Script can't even boil a kettle without breaking it. He can't tie a knot. So, to be fair, there are gods that can't do very menial things. Imagine someone who talks to people for a living and basically organizes a war. How many times do you think he ties knots in a day? Considering he spends most of his time emailing and calling people.
Yeah, but basically Rosalia looks at... Yeah. She just looks at both of you and kind of like, I miss my crew. And then she starts chewing on her ropes again.
Your crew's still there.
No, they
Not all
were
of them.
mounting the escape pods.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
Only 5 of them are still there. Ones who didn't teleport fled the bridge when Garius attacked Barbara.
Yeah, that's basically in the instruction manual if anything with her starts. So
Also,
I did a thing, I helped.
You are now free, Rosalia.
when Dark shakes off bad energy or something happened, then it kind of shakes their whole body. She tries to do that to get rid of the puppy form, like basically shakes out all the bad magic from Barb, so she can become her normal size.
So cute.
Stop it!
But as you 3 are standing there, a portal opens right next to Rosalia. And a certain and a certain white, red-maned alicorn pokes her head out.
So, what did I miss?
Too much. And slightly
Sorry,
annoyed, still small.
I dubbed for a second. Who are we talking to?
Elysium.
Oh, Elysium. Oh, his potential favorite person in the world. Awesome.
Can you please revive Levandle? Big puppy eyes. Because now she's puppy, so you know.
Elysium just sighs, looks behind her, and is like,
You mean this insistent little one?
Yes! And she starts wagging her wag. Tail.
"You're wagging a whale."
Yeah, I have a small pink whales surrounding me, and everybody of them is wagging their tails. Did I mention that they are pink?
However,
That is just perfect. That's perfect.
Kriz never changed. Kriz.
Your friend Lavender
Yes.
walks through the portal, looking down at you, saying something like, "You're tiny."
I know. I had a bad day. Can I have a hug?
Aw.
And Elysium hugs you.
I nuzzle Elysium and saying thank you very much, and has like a relief kind of tear on my face.
Also, Elysium turns her horn towards you.
Blinks my eyes.
Okay, this should be a problem.
If she makes me like permanent puppy, I'm gonna be so sad.
That would be adorable, though.
No, I'm gonna be a warrior. I'm not gonna be a puppy.
I'm a big pop.
So, Elysium's horn glows,
Huh.
the magic enveloping you, and puff of smoke, you are your adult self again.
Oh, hallelujah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And she kind of like
Yeah.
flaps right on the floor with her paws upwards and just like, thank everyone.
More than welcome. Then Elysium turns to Garius. I don't think we have been introduced.
Gives
Gary,
a slight,
sister.
gives a slight bow, and indeed we haven't. My name is Garius. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, Rosalia just like, this is Garlius, this is my auntie Elysium. Elysium, Garius, Elysium.
Elysium also bows her head slightly, says,
As my niece has done. Elysium, I am the ruler of the land of the dead.
Excellent. I imagine that means you can connect to the souls of the fallen, both allies and enemy.
She grins slightly evilly at you and tells you,
You have a very expensive torture chamber.
He grins equally as evilly and goes, I think we're going to get along famously. If you ever need assistance, I have quite the extensive administration group if you'd like to assist us in intel gathering from time to time.
and she reaches back through the portal with one of her, pulls out a leather ledger, and hands it to Garius. This thing is almost as thick as Garius's.
Awesome. He holds it.
They have got all the intel able to gather in the last few.
Excellent. If you have any paperwork you need signed, or if you need anything that you need administrating, just send it to my command ship, and we shall have it all completed post-haste. He literally has a command staff of 40 people.
Okay. That would
So-
certainly help her with her paperwork.
The fact that they're also mostly mechanical in nature at this point means that they work 24/7. They literally have no need for sleep or eating or drinking at all.
Elysium nods, then turns around and disappears through the portal into.
Garius is smiling quite happily to himself. He has accomplished much today.
And our dear Rose has to go. So I here.
Epic.
I think we will go for the aftermath tomorrow. You guys are free?
Of course.
Yeah.
I should be free, yes.
Yep, my parents aren't even here. Yay!
Great. Hey, then we can eat.
Yeah, it's Sunday, so we have our meal in lunchtimes, so I should be free after that.
So, my question is, how did everyone enjoy this?
I liked it. I'm getting into this.
My cheeks are
I
hurting
am
from
also-
laughing and smiling.
Hmm?
I laughed and
There's
smiled
one
so hard
small
my cheeks are
thing
hurting.
which bothered me.
What happened?
What bothered you?
That Garios got everything I wanted.
Did I? Oh.
What do you think?
God.
Why I brought Barbara back?
Oh God!
Would you really want sloppy seconds?
Is her
dear.
attitude sloppy thousands?
Mm.
From insane pony to insane pony, we work the best together. So basically, what I wanted to do is joining her side and kill all of you.
But,
Well, I quite literally threw you to the wolves in a very literal fashion.
You all hate
Oh.
me except Visual because I never met Visual yet.
Oh, don't
The
worry.
only reason my character hates you is because you basically tried to save his worst enemy at the time. The only reason he made this deal was
You
because
forced me
fighting
to
her would be
join your
futile.
forces, or you're going to shoot me in a torpedo or to somewhere else. Even though I did nothing wrong.
He
Fenris.
You infiltrated his vessel. He offered you a
That
way
is not
out,
my
and you
fault, that is
resist.
Lupina's fault.
Well, he offered you a place aboard his ship, and you declined. He doesn't take rejection well.
I have a feeling you two aren't going along so well.
No.
It's gonna be even
Just
great.
so you know.
Did I have a question. Did Midnight do the right thing at all during that entire thing?
To be fair, as I've said multiple times, as a GM, and I think every one of you can confirm that, I very rarely say no to my players.
I can tell this is truly the Wild World RP because PvP is enabled.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you
Um,
let me stab my knife into a control console for some reason.
And you nearly let me crush Silver Ring to death. In fact, you let me. He only survived because he thought to teleport.
Hey, give us some credit. You got laid, okay?
So here's the thing. What I was I always have several scenarios for you guys in mind. Some things I really make up on the fly, as you might notice. And I was seriously thinking that when Garius told you that he has his ship there and his frigates, that you would have him pull the ULE out.
even if you can't get hold of me, I have captains on board the ships that know to follow your instructions. He did say, I think it was in not the last episode, but the episode before, that if you ever have need of his ships, let him or his crew know.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but in my mind, they were busy fighting.
They
Oh,
can
the
disengage.
The last episode, he told them basically take pot shots at the enemy from a distance while keeping a defensive position around your ship. There wasn't a right course of action. This would have just been the most sensible. Going in to investigate, also a good choice. Couldn't know what would wait for you there.
Okay.
I know what I'm
Basically,
going to do next.
Midnight, don't feel bad. There wasn't a right or wrong answer because you were completely in the dark. Pun intended.
Quite literally. And you couldn't use your magic.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So basically, this was your Kobayashi Maru.
Did I pass? Yay!
At least self and one of your subordinates are alive.
That's better than not getting out.
That's a
To be
point. That
quite-
tentacle thing, that was a mind flayer, wasn't it?
It was Cthulhu.
I think that's what it's called. No, the one that will give Midnight nightmares. Her former
Oh,
guard.
the wolf. The wolf with the tentacles out of his mouth.
Yeah.
No, that was actually the wolf that was formerly Midnight's command, but his body was infected by Cthulhu. Become an embodiment.
Because I thought that was how you. Because I remember seeing a trailer for something, and that's how you become a mind flayer or something. Or maybe I got the wrong thing. Maybe I got the
Wait,
wrong entity.
I've got a video here.
You sent me a picture of 2 glowing balls.
Yeah.
I know what I have
Just-
to do next.
And just for everyone, the big
This is the
glowing
trailer.
orb. The big glowing orb in Lithium's armory was inspired by Star Trek Voyager. For anyone who knows the series, and I think Midnight you do,
You should know I do. It's one of my favorites. It is my favorite.
do you know the Omega particle?
When you said it was from Star Trek Voyager, I sort of went, big circle thing. Oh yeah, the thing that Seven went a bit crazy about.
Yes, and whenever there are traces of the Omega particle detected, all starship captains are required stop what they're doing, no matter what they're doing, because the Omega directive has highest priority. Because it's so dangerous. Can destroy subspace in just one little bit of stuff. Can destroy subspace in several light years.
Is this like all canon lore for this story as well? Okay, so it just carries over.
And where that stuff has detonated, there can be no interdimensional portals and no
Hyperspeed?
faster than light travel. Because subspace is destroyed.
And one reason why Garius was grinning when Elysium offered to help is because his world's version of Elysium literally helps no one and decides to stay out of the war. So he couldn't be more overjoyed right now.
Elysium
He's
is
literally
basically...
like, I'll help both sides, which means I'll help no one.
Lithium is just, I'll help those who help me. She also has her allegiances to Script and the others.
Yay! And midnight.
That's a point. Garis is going to want to talk to Chrysalis at some point soon. So prepare for him to ask about that.
Chrysalis.
Yes, actually, he's got quite good diplomatic relations with the Chrysalis from my world. In fact, Changelings and the Kingdom of Light actually work together very well as infiltrators, assassins, and spies. But I do have a question regarding the RP. We've gone through a quite large battle over multiple sessions. How much experience have we gained, considering how much we've done?
For this entire thing.
Because there's been quite a few
Hold
sessions.
your breath. Hold your breath, everyone. Love, can you tell Kriz too?
Yep.
Have gained a total of 21 experience.
So that's how many level ups?
Level 7, right?
0. I don't know what level I am. I'm at level 5, I think it says. You said we start at level 5,
let me just,
and I was never told to
check
level up.
Check some. Yeah, that would usually be an ability. But since 5 don't have ability.
Yeah, I looked through the abilities, but couldn't find anything.
Oh, by the way, guys, I'm stopping the stream.
Oh.
So keep watching that
That's
moon,
all.
guys, and don't forget we have a merch store.
Yep.